Hi, I'm really pleased to be part of the suite of launch videos for the Organisational Development Strategy. I'm sorry I'm not going to be there on Thursday. It's taken a long time, quite rightly, to develop, and that's because it's been a bottom-up process. OD is really important to ourselves as obviously our participants and the organisations we support, so we need to get it right. The plan that's been launched has been driven by the work that you've done. The staff away days, the workshops, the sessions, the huddles, all that has really helped us bring these thoughts together. And I'm really excited about it. I think it's a great opportunity to build on our 2 or 3 years progress and take us even further into the future. For me, it's about ultimately our values and our behaviours. That's something we talk a lot about to our participants. We've got a very fast moving world out there, and that affects us as an organisation. We've got the Smith report, which is still going through its implementation stage. We've got lots of things coming out of the government, and we've got obviously our new business model, which is a really challenging piece of work we're working through. So in all of that, it's about how we work together and how we can be the best we can be. There's lots of actions in here, which are all very important, and each member of the senior leadership team will have a job to do and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, I think the test will be, if I'm doing this in a year's time, does it feel a better place to work? Do you feel personally able to do your job better? As I said many times before, I'm really proud of the Academy and what we've done. We've got lots of challenges that we're facing on behalf of the NHS, and with this OD strategy, I'm absolutely convinced that we'll go forward and we'll be better, and you will feel hopefully part of that and be able to do your job in a much better and well supported way. Thanks for Byron and the team for putting it all together, and hope you enjoy the rest of the videos.
I'm here to talk really briefly about why an organisational development plan will help us all here at the Academy. The thing to think about when you wonder what OD really is to shorthand it as this is how we want to work together. And that's what the OD plan will help us all understand. What's the kind of personality of our organisation? How do we want to be together when we're at work? What is it we want to feel like as an organisation? How can we make every day that you come to work reassure you that this is the kind of organisation you want to belong to? And the OD plan is a way of capturing where we are now, what works, what doesn't work, what we'd like to do differently, and setting out a bit of a blueprint about what we might all contribute to make this the kind of organisation we want it to be. It isn't something that is about the senior team. It isn't something about our separate teams in the organisation. It's a statement about how we all work together, how each and every one of us takes responsibility for our own behaviour, our contact with our colleagues, our care and support of each other, and about bringing to life all the things that we say about what the NHS could and should be. That's all captured in our own OD plan, owned by me, you, each and every one of us here.
So I'm pleased to be able to do my bit to support the Academy's Organisational Development Plan. I'm doing 2 main contributions. One is some training on how to be an outstanding manager, which gives people the basic tools of building better working relationships, giving and getting great feedback, coaching staff, delegating effectively, and doing good time and priority management. And then the other thing that I'm working on is a thing called Progress School, which is really helping individual members of staff think about what progress means to them and how they're going to make it. And hopefully that will help make a difference to learning and improvement here at the Academy.
Tom Stanford, Head of Finance. We've made some great strides forward this year in terms of the introduction of new systems within the Academy. Firstly, we've introduced the R-Dash accounting and procurement system, which is in place now and embedded. We in the finance team are working closely with the business to ensure accurate financial information is prepared on a monthly basis. The AIMS and CRM systems are now up and running, and there's up-to-date, speedy, accurate information around participants and activity available to the organisation. And finally, we are looking to implement a digital strategy to support our overall strategy for the Academy. and that will involve a certain amount of work in terms of an appointment of a new head of digital strategy to implement that.
Hi, there's lots and lots of teams that work together well across the Academy, and we can work together even better inside the team. One of the pillars of the OD plan is team development. How can we work even better to be even more high-performing teams? Before I came to the Academy, one of the jobs that I had was a team developer. I'd work with senior teams, junior teams, in clinical teams and beyond. So if you want to have a conversation about how to make your team even more effective, maybe a team development event or a team development intervention, or as in the professional development team we call them stay days, they're like away days, we just don't go anywhere, then I'm more than happy. I'd be delighted to have a conversation, to work as a consultant, maybe to facilitate or to point you in the right direction of some people and some tools and some processes that might really help. Waiting for your call.
Michael West says that if those who are caring are not cared for, it has a direct detrimental effect on patient care. Inclusion underpins our organisational development strategy. Why? Because our organisation is made up by a diverse group of people. We have men, women, gay people, straight people, older people, younger people, and a variety of other categorisations. If we can't find a way to engage that diversity of people, for those people to feel valued and included, we will not be able to find a way to overcome some of our biggest challenges, to be creative and to be innovative. That's why we need to ensure that we are inclusive in relation to everything that we do. The Organisational Development Strategy has some pillars, one of those pillars being inclusion. What we aim to do is to work with our diverse staff group, to have conversations with those groups and to find out what it really feels like to be part of the Academy. We'll get a group of men together and talk about what are the issues that are meaningful for you. What are some of the barriers that you encounter within the Academy as you endeavour to do what you do well? A group of women will have a different story to tell. Our black and minority ethnic staff will have a different perspective. Our staff with disabilities will have a different perspective still. When we bring those stories together, what that will tell us is what the story of the Academy looks like around inclusion, and how we can begin to understand how to create the environment where, irrespective of who you are valued, engaged, included, and you can deliver to the best of your ability in order for us to fulfil our aim, which is to professionalise leadership right across the NHS.
So the communications and engagement team plays a big role in organisational development, a large part because we're responsible for internal communications, making sure that the organisation's key messages are available. We use tools like Academy News, we have the Jostle platform, and that allows the whole organisation to stay in touch, to communicate organisational priorities, and for staff and teams to let each other know what they are working on, what the priorities are, and so forth. It also plays a big role in presenting the organisation to the external world, and making sure that, again, what the organisation stands for, its values, mission, purpose, are reflected in all the communications that we have with the external world as well as internally, so there's consistency between what's saying internally and externally.
I'm kind of going down to part-time after the end of October, and this thing starts actually with a personal desire to share some of what I've been up to over the last 20 years doing leadership development with anybody really who wants to be enjoying a little bit of it on our whole team. Obviously this fits in with a wider OD plan that goes beyond me and my need to sort of share a bit before I depart. So the two complementary processes come together, I hope, in a good way. But what we're going to do, I mean, honestly, I don't really know till I see the whites of your eyes. But I've got a big brand tub of experience to draw on, and I think what we might do is kind of check it out with you, diagnose the kind of thing you want. But the point is, the aim is to give you a real taste of the kind of experience that all our participants at every level get when they come on one of our programs. And I finish as I started. For me, it's rather a personal thing. I want to sort of share some of my practice with you guys, and I want it not just as an ego expression, but I want you to get something out of it too. And I hope you'll be very robust in telling me whether you're getting something out of it or not.
You've just heard from some senior colleagues about particular aspects of the Organisational Development Plan for this year. Some of the issues relate to strategic objectives, such as the Smith Review, our memberships and income generation. And some of the interventions could be more personal to you as an individual, such as taking part in leadership development programs, or management development programs, or supporting our work with learning disabilities. So please continue to give us your feedback, continue to be involved, because we want to make this organisation a fantastic place to be and a fantastic place to develop, and it can only be that with your input and your commitment. Thank you.